Alright, so where were we up to with the essay?
I was
done so
supposed to
far?
write like one draft using the scaffold.
Yep, okay. Did we get the scaffold for all our ideas?
I think we have the eyes. Let me check.
Okay, yeah.
We've got the eyes for the 3 paragraphs.
So let's do a quick understanding check. What is your overall idea for the first body paragraph? Oh, that's a nice one.
What?
Sorry, nothing. Keep going.
The Tesla.
It was about the conscious and unconscious desire and what motivates them.
That number plate is worth like probably $1 million. Yeah, conscious and unconscious. Right.
What was the number plate? Now I'm interested.
4060. These like only number plates are worth a shit ton of money.
Really?
Yeah, like
No,
the 3-digit ones are like worth, I think, 2-digit millions.
I could not care less about number plates. Holy, people be paying millions for that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's like the Minecraft usernames.
Yeah, I guess so. One man's rubbish is another man's treasure, right?
Treasure? Yeah.
Yes.
Like one man's rubbish is another man's trash. It's just the same fucking thing.
Anyway, okay, yeah, run me through the first body paragraph, overarching idea.
So, the desires and needs, I guess necessities, are what motivates the identity of someone. Oh, yeah. So, what is it? The desires are the conscious ones, right?
Yep.
And then the necessities are the unconscious.
I want you to try to capture the entire essence in one verbal sentence when I ask. Now, for the second paragraph, the society paragraph, what is your main argument for the society paragraph?
Realization of our collective unconscious is what will make us realize the influence of society.
Yes, okay, cool, good.
Yo, say hi. Yo, say hi to the video, bro.
Where were we? So yeah, we're back. Just something that shows that we're back. Yes, we are back. Alright, tell me. So, first paragraph, what is the key distinction in how you see Maureen and Yang showing the different desires and conscious desires and unconscious needs?
It's not done yet, but so Maureen, she looks, more inside. So her name, like what's it called? A different persona, like a mask.
Yep.
so
What do you mean by inside?
Like inside herself.
Yeah. Is that at the beginning or at the end?
Both, like during the whole thing.
Okay, so you think she was quite an introspective person from the beginning?
I guess more so towards the end than the start, but I still think both times. Well, I guess throughout the whole thing.
Okay, cool. So the difference with Maureen was she looked more inwards and tried to make meaning of things. Right, okay.
Yeah, and then Vount, looked outside, or to his mother. So different, I guess, what's it called? The places they looked at to, like, figure out their identity was different.
Okay. Well, how did Maureen look to her identity? What did she focus on? What's the general theme to her identity? How she sourced her identity?
Like acceptance? Is that what you mean?
I think Maureen tried to focus more on the language.
Oh, the language.
Like she cared more about the linguistics. Like, sounding, her Western name.
Oh, like with her name.
Yeah, she cared more about both cared about the external. So I don't think you should say Maureen looked inwards at the start. It's more that they both looked to external things. One was just more to do with how she sounded, how her culture was perceived. Yeah, so can you make that distinction that both of them were looking towards consciously desired external labels or packages that helped them look like they could fit in? Maureen was the language, the name. Ouyang was, I think to me it seems like he wanted to keep up to his mum's efforts. Like he wanted to match effort, so he looked towards, I think, more tangible effort output. What do you think?
Effort output.
Yeah, like his mum worked a shit ton because she
Yeah.
wanted him to get a good education or blah blah blah, and he wanted to he tried to match that by trying to study and to make certain academic achievements. So both looked to external things. One looked more to friends and societal validation, and one looked more to family validation. Okay. I like this. I think a difference between the two could be it could be their perception of value to their family and society. Which party do Maureen and Ouyang put more value to? Do you think Maureen puts more value to her family or society as a whole, like her friends or school environment?
Society.
Yeah, society, right?
That's why she changed her name.
Yes. Discarded her grandfather's gift, right? Yet, in Ouyang's case, who did he seem to value more based off the poem?
Family, like mother.
Yeah, the mother, right? Okay.
Wait 1 second, my mom came back.
You should put that in. So what I'm saying is, I think you value more of your mother the same way Ouyang values his mother, and more so than what it seems like friends and society. Whereas Takumi values more of friends and whatnot, more so than family. So why does Ouyang seem to value his immediate family as a influence more so than society, whereas Maureen seems to value more of society than parents?
Well, I think, what's it called? For Maureen, right? The fear of being an outcast is just overweighs the value of family.
The fear of being an outcast overweighs. Okay, yes. What about Yang?
In his case, this is basing it off of me. I really like the idea of equivalent exchange a lot. Not just because I like Fullmetal Alchemist, but because my perspective, I think that's the ideal world where equivalent exchange is always the case.
But equivalent exchange is always there. It's always...
This is where I differ with a lot. Lots of people are like, if you keep going and keep putting your effort, success will come to you.
Yeah.
I think there's a certain threshold where it's just not true.
What threshold is that, do you think? We're off on a side quest, but yeah, it's okay.
Because, there are obviously people who are like, there's a certain luck factor. Like, you could be the most hardworking person of all time. But maybe one day, I don't know, you get into a car crash and your frontal lobe is gone, and now you're cooked or something like that, and then the dumbest person. I don't know. You could say, look, you might be born rich, so you're automatically getting an advantage in the world. There are so many factors that luck affect, which is basically everything.
Okay, hold up. So, let's talk about the case study of someone that does work really hard and doesn't really get much in comparison to, say, someone that's born in Sydney and is given all these opportunities and does very little compared to the effort output. But there is a large element of luck, but maybe in that environment or that person in a poorer place, they are getting a proportionate amount of better things in their container, if we use the meta of the word container here. So
I don't know.
when that lucky ticket comes where, you know, maybe they do come to Australia, their container has helped shape them to be incredibly more competitive and to be able to, quotation, succeed because of all those experiences. So yeah, I agree, it is luck. It's all luck, and this is where some people say it's God, or some people say it's universe is just, you know, doesn't know anything. But yeah, so I think we're actually on the same page, we're just articulating it differently. Anyway, can we go back to what we were talking about with Maureen?
Yeah, basically, what's it called? I guess in your words, I care about my mom more than friends, I guess.
Yes, good. Now, why is that?
Because I think I should just give back, you know. Like,
Okay. We're reaching consonance here. So, Yang saw how much his mum worked, right? He saw the sacrifices that she
same
made.
as my mum.
Yes,
right?
good. Now, I think with Maureen, it was her grandfather that gave her this exposure that registered in her conscious mind and unconscious mind. So I think this is where Maureen just didn't feel the connection to her family, because maybe it skipped a generation, maybe, I don't know, right? And this is what these evaluative points that you're meant to make, that I think will reward you with, of course, understanding and your own life understanding, and also by proxy marks, hopefully. Can you make that distinction?
Where are we going, by the way?
We're looping around.
Carpool.
So it's possibly that when the child realizes how much effort their parents are putting in, then they start realizing, okay, I feel like responding to that. But there are some prerequisites that help recognize that, I think, and this is the key distinction between you two. That I think your mom is very expressive of that, Takemu. Like, she says or shows that struggle. I know you said that sometimes she doesn't say everything, which is, I think, kind of a Japanese thing, but she does express a lot, and I think she shows more of the struggle in some ways. And plus, I don't know what Yang situation here is, and maybe this is something you can do some research on for context. Is it just his mum? Where's the dad? You know, and I think this plays a huge factor into how the collective unconscious is shaped, therefore showing how much value they place into their friends or their family. The more conflict or the struggle, the dissonance that the person goes through culturally, linguistically, helps shape creates a potential is a key word here, for that person to have an identity consonance, right?
Okay.
So the more, like, in terms of Wong, he experienced his mum going through shit. He experienced being in a womb as she had to escape Vietnam with the blood of Saigon and stuff like that. So I think this created the potential for him to be able to understand it one day through language dissonance, through the cultural dissonance. Yeah. That's what I would note for Wong. Now, I don't see how Wong had maybe a pushback of his culture, which is partly
a pushback.
Yeah, like no one was saying shit from what we can see, what we can infer from the poem. No one was talking shit about his culture where he felt like, ooh, I need to hide this. Whereas,
maybe he was sick of being pitied or something because he was going through war. I don't know.
Whereas Maureen was like, oh, I don't. She seemed to get a bit of pushback. You know, why didn't she want to? Maybe she felt a bit isolated and alienated.
Uh-huh.
So maybe Wong's struggles put put things to perspective. Like, what really matters? We're talking life or death, or ooh, I feel a little bit shit at school today because people were calling me blah 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 blah. Do you know what I mean?
Alright. Yeah.
So we're making an argument here. What can help you create a synthesis of your identity? This is the third paragraph, conceptual.
What can help you create a synthesis
Of your identity in culture and language, maybe however much struggle you go through, right? In your family, in your life experiences. E.g. Vount, he went through shit through his mom where she had to escape from war, work her ass off, blah 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 blah. But we contrast that with Maureen 10, who seemed to have an easier life, and you can back this up with some contextual research, but seemed to have less of a struggle in comparison, which may be why she chose to focus more on things like societal conformity. Right?
Yeah.
And this kind of makes sense between you two. The kick up the ass, like, maybe Takemu sees that more, which is why you are not experiencing it as much.
What do you mean by season more?
The what? Sorry?
Huh?
What do you mean by like season more?
Like, he's been more seasoned by the struggle of maybe just having his mum in his life, so he sees things more like, oh shit, it's up to me to sort this shit out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that is the kick up the ass that he got, and maybe this is what your Maureen 10 and he's wrong, Pham. I don't know, something like that.